Get it. Ooh, dog. Live, fam. What? Taking the pound, going around, making them smile. Put on that crown, throw down for the fam. For real? Yeah, 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 yeah. What? Make the smile. Hey. Ooh, 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 ooh. What? Big and healthy. Remember. Say it. Baby. Yeah. Yeah. I believe she love American song. She up in that thong. The Amazon. Easy, she said I like a hurricane tongue. Attack mode. Let's go. Yo. Done. What up, everybody? It's the dark skin coming back with #1 American, and I'm about relationships, and I throw down for the family. So today we talking about interracial dating. What made me think about interracial dating? Well, it's all around us, first of all. And when you look at it, majority of black men are interracial dating. So, and this is the reason why that it puts a bug in most black women's asses that they see a black man dating outside of the foundational black American lineage. This is the reason why. This is the real sole reason why. It's very easy. Okay. Us black men are the easiest man on the planet to get along with. Okay. So if you watch my channel, make sure you press like and subscribe so I can let this information fly. Just open your eyes. Now, getting back to the black man of America, which is me, and people like me. Well, why we in a racial date? So it's so easy. I'm gonna tell you why it's so easy. If you look at all countries around the world that's outside of foundational black Americans, right? Look at how they treat their women. Some women have to cover up. Like, for instance, people who are from the Arab community. Most of them women have to wear stuff to cover up. They can't get out of that. All right, that's one. Two, you have other cultures I've seen growing up talking to their friends, and I'm going to high school and I overhear, maybe a Hispanic woman talking about how her dad's abusive or whatever. I've heard some things. So women on different cultures diagrams that's outside of being non-black have experienced very hardship through the men's their encounters parts. Where if you look, and I'm not saying there's no crazy black foundational black men. But the reason why it's much easier for black men to be interracial dating, because again, that we don't have this onus to, own black women. We don't have that. So black women in our culture is free to do what they want. As you can see, a lot of them like playing the field. A lot of them still wishing they had a prince in shining armor, and they really only got uh, themselves or whatever they ain't got, kids and a divorce, stuff like that. So what I for black women get married? If you don't know now, you know. Now, my point is with black men, we're the most easiest man on the planet to get along with because we don't have barriers to put women down like most man cultures throughout the planet. They have so many systematic systems to, like, even right to this day, even in America, most men make more than women. If you look in the white community, most men make more than they women. Even right now, through pro-feminists and all these things of that nature, women still have yet, and they won't ever be over their mans at all. If a white woman say something, I'm gonna give you a scenario. If a white woman say something publicly on a news channel and she doesn't retort or apologize off of what she said, as far as like dissing all her men, like kind, whatever, because she's a Caucasian, she would have to get back on television and apologize. That's how much in check they women are. We talking about non-black women. We're not talking about black women on this. We're talking about non-black women. So when a foundational black American, let's say he's an athlete, right? And he wants to be married. He see all these beautiful women from all across the world. They're coming, they're going to parties, they're putting themselves right in front of him. And he's like, you know what? Maybe I should talk to one of them. And he takes a chance, right? Now, this is what kills the game. Most people don't understand, how is it always a black foundational American getting the women? Well, when your family doesn't teach you to own the woman because she looks like you, it's easier to conversate with people who don't look like you because you don't have that notion of ownership just because you look like somebody. See, and then another thing people got to say, misconcept on how black men think. We really don't care what, let's be real, but what black women think of us because we don't owe them anything. So, for instance, if I'm interracial dating, and I've seen this before in the past, I'm not telling you something I don't know. So, you men check me out, women, let me holler at them. So, men, when you, and if you experience this, you can, comment, let me know. I've been in situations where I've been interracial dating, and black women will sit there and look at me with a smut look on their face. They turn their nose up, they roll their eyes. They'll do something to where it's almost like they want me to pay attention to them. But I have yet been approached by someone who came up to me and said, because if they do, my answer would be, first thing I would say, well, man, I don't know you and I don't owe you nothing. I don't owe you nothing. I can interracial date all I want. I was raised majority by my mother, and my stepfather came through, Papa Don. I'm gonna call him stepfather. But anyway, long story short, I was taught to date whoever I want to date. Papa Don said you can date anybody you want because he had, cousins that was interracial dating, had families and so forth. My mother was cool because she always would say it doesn't matter about how the person look, as long as they love you and y'all have that connection. So I was never raised to say, hey, I'll be embarrassed if I bring this snow bunny home. Not me. I'll bring ass home. So it was very different for me than probably some of my homies I grew up with who probably couldn't bring Snow Bunny home, and they mama sitting there waiting, trying to figure out who you got. So again, I was raised in a household where I could do that, and that's why I speak freely, and I let you know where I stand when it comes down to interracial dating. and how I see that this thing as far as interracial dating has caused a lot of black women to be able to come out online and cry about this attention that they want. You know, I got video of all of that too. And the reason why they're not getting this attention, let's just be real. I don't even got to go to the YouTube blogs. Why they're not getting attention? Y'all want to know why? I'm going to tell you after these messages. I got to use the restroom real fast. I'm going to tell y'all after these messages, why are they getting ignored by the foundational Black American man? What is going on? Okay? So I'll be right back. I'll be right back. All right, I'm back, y'all. So, main reason, number one, okay, this is why things ain't getting good for black women as a whole, as far as dating. If you between the age 28 and 35, and you still ain't found that man, and somebody asks you, well, have you ever had a chance? And I'm talking about you black women. And the first thing you say is, well, I haven't found the right one. It's always the man's fault. You know what's about to happen? You're going to hit that damn wall called life so hard. And if you're smart enough, you're going to change your impossible, unapproachable ways. Because that's why the black men that they are interracial dating have probably tried to holler at you because of your bank account situation wasn't, his bank account situation wasn't efficient like yours, you brushed him off. But when he becomes an athlete or something and he's getting that bag, and the first thing you do is look up and he was someone non-black. Well, you kind of got yourself to blame on that. You know, you women ignore us when we don't have anything. And then when we get to a point when we do, you get on this line, you cry. And it's like, well, what you crying for? You wasn't crying before. Like you didn't have an issue up until he became something. Same thing with my boy Michael B. Jordan. I made, I think about a month ago, I made a video about him, and I was so happy with my boy getting that Oscar. But the problem is, you had a lot of black women. If you go fast forward from 4 to 5 years from now, or 3 years or 4 years from now, they was preaching about when he broke up with old girl, Lori Harvey, about how she needed her peace. And it was black girl magic all over again, right? The minute he won that award, you don't hear none of them black women talking about how stupid she is for leaving. Where all of that support was for her. But when he becomes something, you don't hear none of these gang women talk about how she basically fumbled the bag. See, you can't have it both ways. You can't have it both ways. You women got to understand this, especially you black women. It's a different time zone now, baby. It's a different time zone. Us black men, we ain't just sitting back chilling. We got to catch women. And if you unapproachable, we not about to go back to that side wherever you was at, because we know all you doing is stalling and seeing if you can get a ball. And by then, we ain't got time. Time is ticking, baby. Time is ticking. And, you know, for all you baddies, y'all got to know this. Y'all older statements can't even help y'all right now. You can't go to a bunch of single women and ask for information to try to get that baller to be married, because they don't even got it. So The younger women, I'm gonna be real with you. If you black and you listen to my channel, y'all really ain't got nobody to listen to. I'm just being as far as a woman that you could like look up. And, not a lot, because 1 out of 4 of y'all get married. So unless you just, it's really nothing else you can do. I'm just keeping it real. You know, the bearer of bad news. So your best bet is to learn from someone who doesn't mirror that sabotaging self-destruction. And you may have to go rogue and listen to a man who's been there before. That can help your situation. Now listen to me now. Now listen. Hear me out. The reason why I'm saying that is because none of them can help you. Some of the biggest ballers right now cannot help you in a relationship because they stuff is a mess. They going through stuff as we speak. You know, some didn't even get married. Some don't even got kids. Some have kids. Didn't reach the marriage status. So it's been a lot of inconsistencies, especially in the black community when it comes down to women. And y'all have to admit, y'all mamas that will be your mama age and such have failed you, have straight up failed you. If you gotta go back in time and talk about black love, then you're failed. You're a failure. You're a walking failure. Let's keep it a buck. And like I said, the only way you can get through it, you need a therapist. And you must have that mindset that I want to fix myself before I get in relationships. And the only way you can do that is through a therapist. I was go to a relationship therapist. Go to a relationship therapist. I'm gonna say it again. Go to a relationship therapist. Then once you get at least 1 or 2 years into that, you can still go to college. You can still go to work. Then see if you can go ahead and make it work, because you want to have a new mindset to build something with a man who is all about you and the family. Nothing else. Nothing else works. So that's your best bet. Okay. Before you get too old and you look up and you don't look as good as you did. You don't catch that person you want to catch eye no more. The ballers ain't checking for you. So you want to make sure while you young, speaking of all you young black women, just young women, period, especially black women, that y'all want to go ahead and check the box. This goes off for all y'all young black women. Before y'all get too old, okay, get at least a 2-year relationship therapist. Yeah, I know y'all can go out and buy stuff, and especially you black women are supposed to be independent, even though the statistics shows that a lot of black women were getting fired last year at a higher clip than I've ever seen. So if you do got some money, if you did get some money from OnlyFans, make sure you correct your mistake before you get in a relationship. Therapy is nothing wrong with. I took therapy before. It's nothing wrong with therapy. You just got to be able to actually do it. And when you hear someone say, "Oh, I've been to therapy, it didn't work," that's because you're a failure. Therapy is supposed to make you a better person, so that way you can have the ability to reestablish a relationship with a person who wants the same thing and goals as you in life. Now, if that didn't happen, then hey, just count your losses. You're not going to be suitable to get in a relationship, and you may be the loner at the end of the day. That could possibly be it too. So there's a lot of things you got to look in consideration on trying to build some type of relationship and continuity when you're younger. Okay, when you're younger. And again, this is something that takes effort in the mindset of, hey, look, I want to be able to become a better person before I get in this relationship. You know what I'm saying? And when you work on you, and that's what therapy is, it works on you. You shouldn't be talking about working on you and I'm loving myself and all that, because you want to know what that means. You're stalling time that God can give you, and with a man who's willing to give that time with you. What y'all ladies got to remember this. Remember one thing to all you women: availability is the best ability. Availability is the best ability. Straight up. Availability is the best ability. How can someone say they love you when they're never around you? How can someone say they want to spend time with you when they don't eat the same, they're not even at the same dinner table as you every night? You don't look at the same movies with each other. You don't go outside with each other. You don't go walk in the park. You don't, you know, in many of things, it's nothing with that person unless you one of them females that don't mind being a side chick, because that's what side chicks, they get implements of a man. They don't get the whole thing. They don't get the whole enchilada, so to speak. So again, it depends on what you want. If you want to be that side chick, then you already know what you're gonna be on. You might see him here, you might see him there. Hell, you might see him every once a week. I don't know. But who knows what, you know what I'm saying? But if you're a woman and you're trying to get everything together and you're younger in your 20s, and you don't want to make the same mistakes as all these older women have and you've been looking at, yeah, get under a therapist as we speak, a relationship therapist, get at least a year or 2 years in. You know, if you're fresh off a relationship or you're thinking about getting a relationship, still keep the therapist around. And if it happens and man wants to, get you and you're attracted to them and y'all get together, then go ahead and make it work. But it's not gonna work if you don't put effort in it first. You gotta be able to put effort in what you do. And as you can see, now people gonna win. Not a lot of people gonna understand. For those who don't want to do anything, you already know the answers to that. They're not gonna succeed. They're not going to succeed. I've been in therapy. I know what it is. I've been to 2-year therapy, and I'm proud of it. You know what I'm saying? I know I've worked on myself. I know how to deal with a relationship. I know how to deal with a side chick. Totally two different aspects of life. A side chick is only there to have fun, and I gotta go run. The relationship, put more thought, effort, loyalty, and potential into a person that I want to lead a household with. Very different. Very different. It's not the same. You know, again, you have to have a mindset to say, look, this is what I'm going to execute, and I'm going to get it done by any means necessary. See, a lot of women are cowards. In our time zone, a lot of women are cowards. I'm going to be real with you, especially you black women out there. You want to know why I say that? Because most women divorce. Men don't divorce. Men don't divorce. Most women divorce. That's why I say y'all cowards. Y'all run away from the relationship instead of trying to fix it. And I'm saying that all relationships are hunky-dory? Hell no. I'm not saying that relationships is a Disney flick. But what you got to understand is, in statistics and facts, is that y'all women divorce men on a very higher clip, which means you only honor the marriage. I mean, the wedding, not the marriage. You honor the marriage. You honor on how much I see women brag about their ring and what they got, and it's like, well, damn, you only like the marriage and wedding instead of the marriage. Because if you was really down for the marriage, y'all wouldn't be divorcing people on a higher clip. And you realize why men don't believe in literally getting married, especially if he got something going in his life. Make sure y'all press subscribe and like. So if a man, y'all ladies gotta do this. If a man got something going in life, you can't expect him to marry you. If he's smart enough, he really ain't. Because once that happens, good Lord, you know what I'm saying? Don't let him have kids by you. It's an extra problem. Well, that's what I wanted to talk. My next video, I'm gonna talk about somebody that I should have been talking about, but I forgot. I might not make a video of her. No, I might not. She ain't that really popping like that. But despite what I'm saying is, y'all women gotta know this. Black men, all you black women, you gotta know when to fold them. You gotta know when to hold them. You gotta know when to walk away. You gotta know when to run. Okay. And I know you want that, Prince and shining armor with all the money. I understand. But what you gotta get is the simple, simplistic things of settling. I know. Settling is the worst word you can ever hear. I know. It's worse than the bitch. I get it. But that's the only way you're going to solve your lonely issues, ladies. You understand me? You got to break it down in a simplicity in a situationship that you can find yourself in. Now, if you want to really understand why y'all not getting this, because y'all unapproachable. Y'all very unapproachable. You don't want to talk to a black man. It's this, and that. Some of y'all even ask why we're nice to you, which is weird. I never heard of black. I have heard of black ones actually say, "Why are you so nice?" Damn, you used to dudes is just mad all the time. I mean, fuck. But anyway, I'll leave them alone because clearly you got a bad attitude. And I don't want to deal with it. You did. Well, you ain't used to nice black men. That's that shows who you attract. You are what you attract. That means you ain't nice your damn self. All right. So, me just chopping it up with y'all and keeping it a buck, y'all. Y'all gotta understand that it's only a limited time, man. We're not gonna be on Earth forever. You did. We're not gonna be on Earth forever, y'all. We don't forever be on Earth. And you're gonna continue on seeing foundational black American man, interracial dating. I'm for it. I'm gonna be real with you. I'm not a Pan-Africanist because I know my lineage traced here. My people is from here. I've been forged here. I haven't been forged nowhere else. Okay. And the fortitude of knowing what my lineage is, I'm more to this land than the Europeans. So no one can separate me from there. No anti-black person. I don't give a damn who it is. But at the end of the day, my mindset is that black men, all y'all listening to my channel, you like the feminine, submissive, and cooperative woman, not because that she's of the same ethnicity. Because again, you have more women of the same ethnicity that is very unapproachable, which makes black men like myself go ahead and say, hey, well, since y'all don't want to holler, let me go ahead and pop my collar. And you can't get mad at that. You got to eat that. So for you women that's getting on this YouTube crying about why are we getting ignored, stuff like that, hey, if you was more approachable, you wouldn't be saying these things. And a lot of women that constantly say that, I've heard women say this too, especially y'all black women. Oh, all women are the same. That's a damn lie. Y'all don't look the same. All women do not look the same. That's why I tell women I judge women on how they look. Yes, I do. From 1 to 10, baby. So what it do? Which one are you? Let's go. Let's figure it out. Let me see. Okay, you small down and you look good. Your hair popping, your eyes right. You look. Yes, I go through the whole grouping because black women judge black men so quick. Y'all more judgmental than black men. Period. We ain't like y'all. Y'all, his hair was a little stringy. This and y'all see a booger in the man nose 60 feet away from the stove. Y'all be pop spotting stuff out so quickly. And that's cool. That's fine. You have your picks and stuff like that. But black men have picks too. Like me, I don't just settle for anything. You did? I collar to anything that I want to holler. So that's how I get down. And I know a lot of people ain't gonna understand that, and that's fine because when it comes down to what I'm giving y'all these dating advices on, is to not only be you and stay true. Hold on, let me switch it up for a sec. And be true is to never think for 1 second that you have to be in a relationship that feels forced. Nothing should feel forced, y'all. Everything should be natural. If it's not natural, that means that it may not fit for you. And natural could be what's easy enough, that's settled, that's not forced, you know, and it's a cool thing to have. You get what I'm saying? For men to go out there and catch the woman, a woman can make it easier or hard for the man to do that. Depends on what she does, right, fellas? So that's what it is today. It's about the understanding and the getting on why black men are being chosen by so many non-black women. It's because universally foundational black American men are the easiest men on the planet to get along with interracially. And if I'm lying, I'm dying. I'm not doing that. You get what I'm saying? And I like talking about basketball because I love basketball. You see my videos. I like the, basketball vibes. Like and subscribe while I'm making these threes fly. And thank you for your time. And that's what it is. I want y'all to know that never give up hope. That goes for people who really believe that two people can fall in love. Remember, I'm not saying this to non-believers. If you're a non-believer, hey, by all my guests, do what you do. But I'm talking to the people who are believers that you can love someone and somebody can love you too. And it really doesn't matter about how you look. It matters about the principles of what they hold while y'all together. You realize I said that. The principles they can hold while y'all together. Because if you don't have rules and principles in a relationship, most times out of 10, that it will not develop in the long run. If you got a wild relationship, you can expect that thing to blow up at any time. You got no loyalty, then what's good to be with somebody? You get what I'm saying? So it's like it's so many things in relationships that no one knows all, including me. Okay, my mind is strong and my hair is hella long. But if you like, subscribe, I could keep these relationship videos going on. And I never like to see interracial dating splits. I'm gonna tell you why I don't like to see. Who likes to see a family breaking apart? You gotta understand this. I was raised by my mama most of my life before Papa Don came in. That's the man she fell in love with years after my real father, right? She was married to him, but she had split from him. Now, my journey of understanding the dynamics between man and woman was through what? My mom. Like anybody else that grows up with their mom or their dad or a father figure in the house. One thing I realized about Papa Don, he had his rules and he said it right. He had his own place. My mom's had her own place, of course. And when they would be together, I realized they never argued. That's the type of relationship I need in life, where my woman don't argue with me. We can have a disagreement. So when someone say, "Oh, that's not possible," a woman is not arguing. That's not possible. What you mean that it's not possible? I seen it. I seen it for years. I seen it for years, y'all. Y'all don't understand. Not arguing. I didn't say not having a disagreement. An argument. You can disagree without arguing with someone. Doesn't that feel good? Okay, I disagree with you. Fine, you know. All right, baby, just look at some Netflix. Boom, we looking at Netflix. Hey, look, I just fixed this mustard Cajun chicken with some you know, mashed potatoes and gravy and string beans. We sitting down with the family. I split the plates up and do it. When you don't argue, you don't throw fuel to the fire. See, arguing is throwing fuel to the fire. One thing I learned about therapy, you can get your point across without offending someone. You don't have to bash them. You don't have to go to this lower and lower type mentality because it doesn't help you in reality. It does not bring peace. How you gonna speak peace and practice belligerence? That don't make no sense. You can't do that. You can't. I'm working on my peace, but you super chaotic at home. That's not working on your peace. You getting more crazier by the day. I'm just keeping it real. Y'all black women know what I'm talking about. How you gonna talk about peace and arguably you're doing the most heinous things when you go home? Like, that's not cool. You listen, y'all women gotta stop being so damn competitive to the man. Y'all can be competitive to yourselves because y'all always have been, but don't be competitive to the man. That's just nuts. You know, don't be competitive to the man. Well, why you want to be competitive to the man? That it blows me away. He's the protector. You know, a person leaving the heavenly thing and try to bring home the bacon and the lettuce and everything. I mean, to go against him, it's like you. That's why I say therapy is really needed because a lot of y'all think that's cool to, you know, be argumentative, which is not. Unless you want to just break up, you know. And I understand why a lot of black men, you know, interracial date. I understand it, you know. Hey, nobody don't want to be coming home arguing and you just worked 8 hours. They tired. You know, what's with the eat, baby? What's on television? You know, they ain't gonna be wanting to come home and lions, tigers, and bears. Oh my! I'm not telling y'all something. I read about, telling you something I experienced. And you know, when it comes down to it, I keep my mind super strong and my hair pretty long. So if you like and subscribe, I can come back with another one though. Man. So you wanna, in order to make peace, you gotta know how to bring peace. I'm gonna say this again. For all you women talking about, I'm practicing peace. Only way you gonna practice peace is bringing the peace. You gotta know how to bring peace. Do you even know what peace is? You can't be spewing peace about your lips, and all you do is terror. You bring fear and anguish. That ain't peace. Going after somebody. You know, you women know what I'm talking about. I don't know. Come on. Peace. Is that you gonna keep saying peace while throwing daggers in someone's back? You love to do with the black man all the time. You know, practicing peace, but you throwing daggers in your ex back or something. You know, it's his fault. Like, that ain't peaceful. That's not peaceful, baby. So if you really want to practice peace, that means you got to know how to bring it within you. You can't just sit there and say it. If you really practice peace, you will be with someone. You won't be lonely. That's if you practicing peace. So if right here I'm working on peace and you lonely, that ain't peaceful. Lonely peaceful to you? Really? To me, it's like you might be chaotic is why you lonely. It's not because you're peaceful. It's just not. I know it ain't. You can say it is, and I know it ain't. You gotta bring peace. You gotta know how to talk to your lover. You gotta know that we can get through anything. You know, going to therapy together. You know what I'm saying? Working with each other, never putting one each other down, because life could put you down as a whole. You don't need your lover that you've connected with over the time to be putting you down, and that goes on both sides. You can't reflect that negative energy because that's all you gonna get, and it ain't gonna make you feel good. If you're willing to be with someone, y'all gotta strengthen each other. Does it mean that sometimes you'll get upset? Yes. But your actions predicate on how the relationship stands. So you gotta be careful on your actions. So because you're upset, you shouldn't say bad things to one another because things can get worse. You don't want to disrespect one another because things can get even more bad. I'm a type of person, we can have a disagreement, but I'm not going to sit here and try to go back and forth with you. I just ain't got the patience. You get what I'm saying? I'm that type of man. I like to come home. We can have a disagreement. Things can happen bad, but I'll never bring it amongst a family and you. I know how to separate my situation and issues, whether it's career wise, whatever, and not reflect it on you. People project their problems on the others because they don't know how to deal with it on the outside. You never bring what's on the outside into the inside. It's almost like a bad infection, and it turns into something that y'all can't control. So, in order for that not to happen, you need to practice on how to keep your peace within your family, not your peace by yourself. Because when you're doing for self, you're not thinking about nobody else. And it may not make sense to you, but keep doing what you're doing. If it's wrong, you realize why you alone. It's simple. You don't get rewarded through bad behavior. Think about it. All these single women, they was rewarded being lonely. That's no reward at all. That means you did not obtain something you should have been able to have, which is a man. For all you black women, it's keeping it real. So when you see a Michael B. Jordan out there, for instance, I'm just using him up because he's doing hella good, and he dating non-black women, Asian women, white women, or wherever he. I don't want to hear you black women talk about he can't deal with a black woman because he ain't strong enough. Because the first thing I'm gonna say is, well, what about Lori Harvey? And I'm quite sure he dated black women before her, but what about Lori Harvey? Don't tell me that don't count. Don't tell me that don't count. Because what it is they try to move the goalposts instead of facing reality that y'all women, majority of y'all vote in to see if you can get that baller right away. You don't want to put the time in with any black men who have not reached that financial status. That's what you've been taught all your life. Go for the highest bidder. So if this man doesn't have cachet as someone else, you're going to completely ignore. But if he does blow up in the future, you're not with him. You broke off with him, like what Harvey did, Michael B. Jordan, and now he win and he totally ignores you. Well, what you think? He was supposed to just get back in your good graces? How? When when you break up with a dude, that let him know that you did not love him like he loved you. Again, I tell y'all women, the biggest deficit of y'all as far as is accountability. Y'all gotta understand with us men, we hold ourselves accountable more than y'all do. Y'all don't do that. It's always the man's fault. Y'all could do no damn wrong. Okay? And especially you black women. And y'all have more freedom than other women in different cultures. Y'all have more freedom to do what you want to do and not get, you know, talked about. Black men don't, uh, talk down on you on the situation or whatever path you on. That's why interracial dating is so big for black men. And y'all black women just don't understand. It's 1 out of 4 y'all get married. So y'all not making the interracial combinations. It's us black men. I'm gonna keep it 100. Because y'all don't even get married. Y'all, your lowest is getting married statistically. If you look at the Black American Bureau of Census, you really look at it, you see that black women are literally number one in divorces, and it's only 1 out of 4 black women. That's why it's the most lowest rate of getting married. So non-black men don't even want y'all, and that's what I'm saying. When interracial dating is so easy now, these other non-black women are making it very easy for us black men to go over there, mac them up and bring them back. I'm just saying. We're gonna be all the way real with it, you know. We gonna be all the way real with it. So it's y'all gotta understand that hey, this is not ended good for y'all because we don't really care about how y'all feel. We don't go on feelings anyway. We go on facts of what's attracted to us. Okay, she look good, and we go mac at her. You know what I'm saying? We don't. Us men think very easily about what we want in life. Work hard to sustain a house, a family, pay rent, mortgages. You know, get engaged. One day plan a marriage and get married. That's the end goal. While having a career, though, that's the end goal for Foundation of Black Americans, though. That's the end goal. And if you go out there and do your best to get it done. You don't complain. You don't blame. Don't play the blame game. You know, no, you go your behind out there and you figure it out. And you do it, like I said, through patience. A lot of you black women, I must admit, y'all need to hit up the therapy sessions because you trying to date, because a lot of y'all dating is horrible. Y'all ain't great at dating at all. So get your butts up in some therapy. Get your mind right before you get back out there in the dating world. That's all I'm saying. Get your mind right before you go out there in the dating world. So you won't keep constantly repeating the same mistakes. You may not think you have mistakes and you're perfect, but ain't nobody perfect, baby. Nobody. All right. So you go your ass to a therapist, get under that thing, learn as much as you can. You can still be dating, you can still do your thing, but again, try to get your mind settled on what you can keep, not what you can get. Because a lot of y'all do that. Well, I had this person. Are you with them right now? No, why y'all break up? Oh well, he said that I was, I wanted him all to myself. Well, maybe he had other women on the side when he met you. It must not have been that important. We can be honest. Some women do get dumped too. You know, but it's rare when a man divorces a woman that he already married to. That's rare. You don't see that a lot. But you know what you do see? Women divorcing man. at a very high clip rate. Oh, yeah. You see that. That being said, it's going to be hard to convince a man about marriage because first thing you're going to think is, well, damn, if I do this, I could possibly be another statistic. And you can't get mad at that, ladies. Y'all got to understand this man dealing with so much that most women do. And it's not a good deal. It's not a good deal. You worked this hard for it. She divorced your ass. Now you got half of what you built. You even got all what you built. Like, come on. You feel me? So that's what I'm saying. It's a situation where y'all gotta know, like, that's what it is. It's like that. It's straight up like that. Y'all gotta know that us men, we getting smarter. We like, shoot, you crazy as hell. Some of us already know how y'all is. Y'all or kind of give it away. Like, hold on, something ain't right here. But you can look good. You can, I've seen a lot of good looking women, but again, they single. They're single. And sometimes there's a reason why they single. Straight up. You can't expect a man to take a risk and y'all don't have no accountability on some of the dumb shit. You can't expect it. You can't expect a man to take a risk on schizophrenic non-virgins that don't want to take a risk. I'm going to say this again. You can't expect a man to take a risk because being married and he got assets is a risk to non-schizophrenic virgins who do not commit to ish. Okay? That is not a great thing to do. That's why I understand why it's not a lot of women getting married. Because, man, it's like, hey, I see what you did to homeboy. I'm good. I'm good. Because you can't force a man to marry you. You notice that? A woman can want to get married all she wants. Usually it's the man asking her, would you marry me? He get down on one knee and ask her that. That's why I don't believe when y'all get to blaming black men. I get tired of that. Why you? Was because I was with this one baller and he had so many different chicks, so you knew you was gonna be a side chick. Okay, so that's all you know is being a side chick. You want us men to take y'all serious when all you experienced in your 4 or 5 or 2 years of being with them was being a side chick. Are you serious? Listen to yourself. You a side chick and you want us to take you serious when you don't bring no housewife values to the table. Now, I got plenty of videos with women who think self-love is everything, and they ended up getting old. And let me tell y'all though, my mind is strong. Also, my hair is long. I need y'all to press like and subscribe so I can keep the relationship talk going on. But I gotta be honest. Back to my question. My story. When y'all women forget that that us men, we start to realize that we ain't gotta respond to half of that y'all do for throwing the blame on us. We can simply date up outside the race. It's as simple as that. We can date outside the race. I've been doing it for years, man. So when I'm 39, I've been doing it for like 20 years. I'm 39 years old. I've been doing it for 20 years. So again, I'm just letting you know that, hey, I'm a person, if one don't want to do, another will. I'm into catching women that understand, even though I'm black, she knows how love feels. Okay? If you know how love feels, you're gonna do whatever you have to keep it. That goes for y'all women, man. Y'all women that's listening. Not somebody that you just like for a moment or you want to get, hooked up on or like for, no. Somebody you can feel that it brings you so much happiness, it's real. You understand what I'm saying? Someone you can feel where the spiritual aura of this man, this black man, that that is real. That is real. Something you can feel. I'm gonna say this again. That magnetic aura that he has, that you love him so much that you can feel. You never, y'all women always date the man you are attracted to. If you're gonna be with someone, be with the man you are attracted to. If you're gonna get married to somebody, get married to the man you are attracted to. That's it. It's as simple as that. It makes no sense if you get to dating a person you are not attracted to. It would make not even a little bit of sense if I'm gonna tell you why y'all women do this. Listen up, women. Man, let me highlight the women. Y'all women, especially you black. Any woman, really, this is universal. The only way you gonna be happy is if you date a man you're attracted to. Be with a man you're attracted to. Love a man you're attracted to. Get married with a man you're attracted to. Do not deal with any man you attracted to. If you not attracted to him, don't even waste your damn time. Because you're not attracted to him. Does that make sense? Now, of course, y'all gonna have pushback at what I'm saying because y'all women think y'all so smart. And if you was, you wouldn't. Some of y'all, most of y'all, especially black women, won't be crying on the internet talking about why the hell we being ignored. Well, if you don't take responsibility, you can understand why. We don't even. I'm gonna be real with you. I would ignore and won't even acknowledge some of the dumb, goofy stuff that black women have put on this internet about black men. I won't even acknowledge it. I won't. That's who you know who's winning. You know who's winning and losing is between the complaining and the remaining. So the remaining is the ones that's happy in interracial dating, like myself, and lovable and can get along with people. All right. that can protect a household, keep it going, work the career, inspire, love, protect the family, the woman he's with, love, and the kids wrong by prayer and love. I know that's a bar too, but that's the one. Because I could talk about myself, but I'm letting you know that things get out of order when the roles are very crazy. When someone wants to, you know, inflict separation, because availability is the best ability in any relationship. Availability. I'm gonna say this. That's my last thing I'm gonna say. Right, availability is, along with loyalty, is two of the greatest things that you can have with someone you're in a relationship and you're in love with. Them are two things that have to match if they call themselves being with you or in love with you. Availability and accountability gotta be together. Those two things, tie them up together. And on the other side, that's how you know somebody loves you, because they ain't gonna never stop being around you. They're never gonna stop holding themselves accountable. If they wrong you in any way or offend you in any way, they'll try to get better, get therapists, work on themselves, you know. And you'll notice that. You'll notice, like, you know, this can work. So I want y'all to say that. Keep that again. Do what you want to do. Just try to help situations. Some people, they don't know what to do when they get in relationships. It's just all over the place. Two things I'm gonna tell somebody if I get serious with anyone, I don't care how she look, non-black or what. I'm gonna say this. It's two things I need: accountability and availability. Two things. Because that right there let me know if you really in love with me. No, that's a bar. Accountability and availability. And that's how you know if you're in love with me. I need accountability, availability. And that's what I'm gonna need if you love with me. And that's how it goes. I'm gonna go on it up. Make sure you press the like and subscribe though. And we go figure it out together though. All right, I'm out. Like I said, accountability, that's gonna be my two major things. Accountability and availability. And I mean, I can say availability first. Availability and accountability. That means you won't wrong the person that you're available to all the time. You need both those tied together, because it's not going to work if you're not accountable to making mistakes and owning up to making that damn mistake. Like, hey, look, people make mistakes, but it's how you bounce back from it. So if you're accountable, you're not going to want to make no mistakes. That will be like, you won't do it. You'll be like this. This is all you right here. Keep giving you all of this. But we have to mirror that. Both of us do, because, it's best to be with one, not many. You can keep that one as long as the Heavenly Lord that created everything and stuff can explore. So that's your best bet. I'm gonna go ahead and get off, and I'm gonna talk to y'all again. The dark skin dancing number one American. Up out of this piece.